It is a great day to take the rainbow back. And this is the last day of the Taking the Rainbow Back campaign. Now, this doesn't mean we're going to stop talking about it. This doesn't mean that we're going to stop speaking truth. What this means is we're going to move on. We're not going to be so rigid and so fixated on just one thing. Today, I'm going to talk about Lex and Nick. And they were on the Michael Knowles show, and their story, it's a unique one. So I'm going to share a portion of it here, and you could go watch the rest of it on YouTube. Check it out.
The most extreme transition I have ever heard is when a trans man, gay married to a homosexual, transform into a normal, cisgendered, straight, married couple. Nick, Lex, do I have that right?
Yes.
This is one of the wildest stories I've ever heard. You, Lex, were you identified as a man
Yes.
on hormones for 14 years. You, Nick, identified as a homosexual forever. And oh, I forgot the kicker. Not only did you transform from all that craziness into a normal straight married couple, somehow, even with all the hormones, you have a kid.
Miracle child, yes.
Yep, miracle child.
I'm just going to shut up and tell me everything.
Well, I guess to start off, when God renewed our minds, He also renewed my physical body. When Nick and I first even met each other, I had to get biopsies, and I had cancerous cells inside of me. And fast forward, when the Lord told me to detransition, Nick's like, let me go spend some time with the Lord. And one of the things the Lord told him was that this was going to wow doctors. And so when they went to look at my cervix, the doctor at an actual Planned Parenthood pushed the table away and said, this doesn't make physical possible sense, but you no longer have any cancerous cells in your body. 3 months later, we conceived our miracle daughter, Iris.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show that anyone can transform or turn into anything that they want, but nobody talks about transforming back to the original design that you're supposed to be. Like, the world can tell you so much about who you're supposed to be based off of your interests or your personality type and try to fit you into all of these crazy, outlandish boxes that might necessarily make you feel like included for a time. But I always knew that I needed a family. I always knew that I would raise my own children, and it just all started to unfold when God started to work on you. What people don't often, people think that we came to God or had our aha moment, but the thing is that we were already Christian. We were already following Christ in that way, and God was still using us in that way before we transformed. So it's just crazy to see how now we got this call on our life to do ministry. We didn't understand back then, and now it makes complete sense.
Now you can see in that short clip how God has already started working. And I'm actually going to go back and watch the video again. And I encourage you to watch it in bits and pieces because there's a lot of information. So during this campaign, I learned a lot. And I hope you learned a lot watching my content. This is just not about bashing the LGBT community and its allies. This is to raise awareness that there is something bigger going on. There is something spiritual going on. To the LGBT community, just remember that God loves you, that Jesus died on the cross for you, that there are His disciples, Christians around the world who truly know God's heart and want to help you. They want to pray for you. They want to see you go back to God's original design so that you can have peace, so that you can feel real and true love, pure love. And as always, may God bless you. May God bless you all.